Here's the reaction video you didn't ask for, but also didn't know you needed. First off, Steph Cohen, fit as hell, super badass, all that stuff, but just post about fitness stuff.
Sugar's been deemed toxic and poison by so-called media experts.
Don't talk with your mouth full. It's rude.
Generating an insane amount of confusion for the general public.
You know what's confusing? This video that you made.
The reality is that if you're a food with added sugar is more toxic than the sugar itself.
The actual reality is that you've way oversimplified this.
Let that sink in. Sure, we live in a world where there's no shortage of food and drinks with added sugar, and too much of it isn't necessarily good for us, but the main reason why it's often linked to disease is because of the other habits people with high sugar diets are likely to have, like high red meat consumption, inactivity, high calorie, high processed diets, to name a few.
High calorie intake, high processed diets. You mean they eat too much food that has high amounts of crap and sugar in it? So you've basically just said the reason that they have diseases is because they eat the foods that you're telling us are fine to eat and it doesn't matter. Okay.
On the other hand, when it comes to weight loss, eating something that's 100 calories and 5 grams of sugar or something that's 100 calories and 20 grams of sugar makes no difference in terms of the effect it has on your body.
Tell that to a diabetic. She is a very fit individual. She's not trying to lose weight. It's not going to affect her the same way that it is somebody who's inactive or not as healthy or has diseases or diabetes or whatever. Stop using thermodynamics as an excuse to eat crap food. If you're going to eat it, but don't say that it's okay because it doesn't matter the contents of the freaking food. People who use calories in and calories out, that thermodynamics argument, they literally are the people that are just weighing and measuring every single thing and all they care about is calories. They don't care about the quality of food that they're eating. They don't care about overall health. While calories are important, it's not the only thing that matters. You can fight with me all day on this, and I've done it before and I'll do it again.
So just stop it with your obsession with food labels and sugar content. It's so 2002.
Don't look at food labels anymore. Why do you think companies work so hard and spend so much money to specifically create labels in the ways that they do to trick you into eating it? They do everything they can to put specific words and colors on the front so you don't look at the back. Don't educate yourself on the ingredients of your food that you're putting in your body. Stop obsessing about the thing that gives so many people diabetes. Don't worry about things like inflammation. Don't learn about why different ingredients affect your body in a different way. Sugar itself is not bad. We need sugar. We need energy. We need all this stuff, right? The problem is the amount of sugar that we eat and how much we eat in one sitting based on how much we already have. Think of your glycogen stores, how much sugar you can handle, like a bucket. When it's full, your body's like, okay, done, can't use anymore right now. We're gonna take the overflow and store it as fat for energy use or for whatever later. Problem is, with the types of food that are available to us, most often, we're constantly getting more sugar, so we're never using those reserves. If your glycogen stores are already full, that 5 grams is getting stored versus that 20 grams is getting stored. One of the things that she mentions as an actual problem versus sugar intake is the fact that people eat too many calories. Well, what makes you eat too many calories? Could it be foods that are not nutrient dense and just highly processed that make you crave more of the same? So if you eat more nutritiously dense foods, you will actually be fuller and not need to continue to eat more food, resulting in a higher intake of calories and cravings. But nobody wants to talk about actual nutrition. They just want to talk about calories in versus calories out because everything is about numbers. Screw everything else. So then when all you're worried about is a caloric deficit and you don't care about quality of food, you wonder why you have no energy, you can't sleep, you can't get through a workout, you have mood swings, your insides, the metabolism and your metabolic, all that crap is messed up and your hormones are all over the place. You can't tell how unhealthy a person is just by looking at them. There's plenty of people who look healthy, but on the inside they are just rotting. Can you never eat something with sugar in it? No. But don't ditch food labels. Actually understand what's in your food. Think about what you've had throughout the whole day, the whole week, and then make a choice. Don't just think of it as 100 calories versus 100 calories. Saying that they're the same is like those charts and the doctors that still use BMI to determine if you're healthy or not. Somebody who's 5'7" and weighs 200 pounds, but has 13% body fat versus 5'7" and 200 pounds, but is 50% body fat, they're gonna have the same BMI. But it's not the same. It's what's on the inside that matters. Just like that freaking honey bun. Nutrition is more about just numbers. So many of the problems that I have with my members are fixed, and it has nothing to do with calories or numbers. A lot of them are simply fixed on education and actually understanding what food is made of and why we should eat more of certain things than others and how food works together within your body. You're not going to learn anything by just hearing, okay, eat this, don't eat that, here's your numbers, stick to it, have fun. We have to stop oversimplifying it. We have to stop overcomplicating it, but we can't go so far in the other direction that it's something like this and confuses people even more. I feel like her intentions were good with this video. She's trying to help people not fear food as much or not feel guilty about certain foods that they eat, which is great. However, it's just way too oversimplified. And in my opinion, that's just as bad as all the other misinformation out there. Really what I'm just trying to get at here is, again, don't listen to people on the internet. I realize I'm on the internet. Don't listen to anybody. All right, I'm done. Thanks for listening to me vent. Until next time.